Screen by Scola. Now here's DeRozan, covered by Marshall. Here's Irving. Good. Irving's got 8 points.
A nice start to the second half. Just one miss in their first 5 attempts.
Toronto with the timeout.
A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Yes, Kevin. Dwayne Casey was just going over the plan with his team. Scola was the focus of the discussion, and he wants their offense to run through him. Coach is looking for big things from him throughout the rest of this game on the offensive end. A lot of the scoring burden will fall on him. He also told them that he wants to see multiple passes on every possession. He said that was the key to getting the best shot each time down. Clearly, some adjustments there had to be made because the time left for a comeback is quickly running out. Kevin, over to you.
And thanks for that story, Doris. Well, this group of shooting guards has given us a little bit of something extra lately, including excellent rebounding, so you can see those numbers. Second is DeMar DeRozan.
Well, it's not easy to do what these players have done in that area, strictly because of positioning. I mean, typically a two-guard, you're not in tight when a shot goes up, so competing for rebounds is that much more difficult.
And that's why it takes that unique combination of agility and instincts to make your way onto that list. Those guys have a terrific balance of the physical and mental aspects of the game.
Here's Joseph, following the basket by Kyrie Irving. And the basket by Scola. Scola's got 10 points. We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. LeBron against Carroll. Love dishes to Marshall. 5 on the clock. Back to Love. That falls. Great assist by Marshall. Marshall's got his 7th assist here tonight.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Now here's DeRozan. He's got 18. And Mozgov comes to help. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by DeRozan.
And a moment now to check out the numbers for James. He's putting up about 20 points per game, 8 assists, and 6 rebounds. And he brings that offensive firepower to the team. Scoring just comes naturally.
And, you know, defenses are throwing everything at him, Sid, yet he's still able to put up points. He's really unstoppable.
Now here's Irving. 10 points for him. To the inside. That's good from Marshall on the assist by Irving. That's 29 points for Freak.
An excellent display of passing out there, fellas. I mean, 8 of their last 10 points have been assisted on.
And they just keep finding the open man.
Scola, no luck. Cavaliers have gone 7 of 9 from the field to start this second half. Some tremendous shooting from them.
That's terrific defense right there to prevent from converting in close.
Now here's Carroll. Looking at his numbers, he averages a bit over 9 points a game. And Valanciunas kicks to Joseph. Screened by Valanciunas. From the baseline. Mozgov grabs the board.
Awesome defense. I mean, he'll hit those unless you're right in his grill.
Irving attacking. He kicks to Mozgov. And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A 3-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
Boy, I tell you what, nice little run here they're going on.
And getting to the 10 has been the key. They're getting point-blank looks time and time again.
And Cleveland making a change here. O'Quinn's checked in. Now here's Valanciunas. He has 6. He kicks to Carroll. Pass to DeRozan. Irving with the steal. Marshall with it. He's got 29 points. There's the pick. He dishes it to O'Quinn. 4 on the shot clock. There's the triple. Marshall can't hit.
And I wouldn't put it past him, guys, to eventually start hitting those, given what he did in the first half.
Now Joseph, taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. And here they go, and it's good. Fought through contact, hits the shot, he'll go to the free throw line.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
And the Raptors with some changes. Johnson then for Toronto. Jonas Valanciunas comes in for Johnson. And it's Lowry in for Ross. And then for Cleveland, Anderson Varejau's checked in for Tristan Thompson. Marshall comes in for LeBron. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Kyrie Irving. So on the floor for Cleveland, Marshall in at shooting guard. Kyle O'Quinn out there with Anderson Varejao. Then it's Matthew Dellavedova. And it's Smith in at the 3 spot. Here's Joseph. The baseline jumper goes down.
He could have forced a tough inside shot, but made a terrific kick out to find the open jumper instead.
Now here's Marshall. O'Quinn. That falls. Great assist by Marshall.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact that the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
The shot by Lowry, no good.
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor.
And that one's good.
Some defensive breakdowns are starting to show up now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from very close range.
Yeah, high percentage shots are what they are getting in terms of the attempts, and that's just not going to get it done. They have got to figure it out.
Deflects the pass. Stolen by O'Quinn. Pass to Marshall. And the bucket counts, and he's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a 3-point play. And a moment here to take a look at some of the hustle stats for the Cavaliers.
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
They've repeatedly gotten out on the break tonight as well and scored a lot of baskets in transition.
And again, no good by Toronto.
And he has slipped into a funk, Clark. You can see the confidence is shaken.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, he's very much deflated. The basket looks a lot smaller to him at this point, and the only way you can get out of it is to work yourself out of it.
Clock is at 3, and there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2.
2 shots, gentlemen.
That's his 5th personal foul.
2.
Shooting for Toronto, Kyle O'Quinn. Taking 2 shots.
The first one falls. Both shots good from the stripe.
So far in the game for O'Quinn, he's got 8 points, and also those active hands of his have led to a pair of steals.
He can just change a game with his defense, and he's thrown off their rhythm completely the last several possessions.
He worked himself into a really good position there, right near the basket. That's the look you wanted.
Dishes at the Varejao, and it's good. Assisting on the play with Dellavedova. And it's 8 points for Anderson Varejao.
Oh, they are putting the hammer down. A huge lead right now.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter if we're talking about their offense or their defense. I mean, it's all been good.
No coverage that time. Marshall's got 6 here in this quarter. Toronto's gone 0-3 so far in the 4th quarter from long range. Lowry drives in. He feeds it to Johnson. And O'Quinn sends it back. To end the drought, Johnson gets the bucket.
Room service delivery right there, fellas. Wonderful entry feed.
Cleveland's gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the 4th. There's the pick. Pick by Varejao. No one near Smith as he lets it go. And another 3 for Cleveland.
Wow, has he flipped the switch at halftime. Much more effective here in the second half.
Lowry drives in. And yes, sir, that one drops.
obviously a mix-up defensively on that possession.
For the Cleveland Cavaliers, they come in off the loss to New Orleans. Dellavedova kicks to Marshall. Now the feed to O'Quinn. And Cleveland again with the bucket.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Cavaliers.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, Stephen Clark. An all-around dominant performance. Clark, and you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
I certainly did, and they just cracked it open and made it an NC. No contest.
Yeah, I like that. And the wins continue to come in fairly easy for these guys in what's been a very strong year, to say the least. Tonight will push them up to 56 wins.
And this will be their third win in 3 tries against these guys. They match up so well.
They really do. I mean, there's one more game to play in this season series, and barring any major changes to their team, I'd have to believe the sweep will be in order.
I mean, when you look at the stats, you'll see just how dominant a game this was. For Marshall, a big part of their success was his ability to keep the ball moving, finding guys when they would flash open.
They set the pick. And stolen by Kyle Lowry. Here's Johnson, rejected by Marshall. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock from past the arc. And another 3 for Cleveland.
I don't want to say they're trying to run up the score here, but they do keep adding to the lead.
Well, I know you don't want to say it, but I will, partner. I mean, they're trying to run the score up here. It's plain and simple. They're trying to throw salt all in that wound.
Lowry passes to Scola. Back to Lowry. With the shot. No good. So we see the Cavaliers taking the win here. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline.
Well, tonight you factored into this game with both your scoring and your passing. How big a factor was ball movement in this win?
Oh, it was huge.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Many thanks, Kevin. So now we move on to our Jordan Player of the Game.